Hi, friends. Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Pull up a chair, grab something cold to drink. It's hot up there, friends. Make sure you have something to drink. And if we haven't met before, my name is Michelle. This is Life Changes, and it is a pleasure to meet you. And if you've been here before, I'm glad you came back for a visit. So, how is everyone? How did you do in all the heat? The heat's been the heat here. We have done well. We have been able to stay hydrated and cool. We did lose power yesterday a couple of times just for a few minutes. I don't know if they were repairing or something went haywire. They were actually asking us to kind of not use our ovens and excessive electricity just to keep everybody cool. So, but we're kind of over that now. We're getting a little bit cooler because the holidays for us in America are coming up, 4th of July, so everybody's going to be at home needing to be cool. So, what I thought I would share with you today is our menu. Are you burned out of cooking? I'm burned out of cooking. It is hot and I don't feel like being in the kitchen. I'm tired. I'm just tired. The heat makes me feel ugh, and I don't want to cook. So, I thought I would share with you some of the ideas that I came up for our family for the month of July. Maybe it will give you some ideas as well. And here's your Bible verse. This is from the book of Amos. Amos chapter 8 verse 1 says, "This is what the sovereign Lord showed me, a basket of ripe fruit." How perfect is that for summer? A basket of ripe fruit. That is a perfect snack. We all like to eat fresh stuff. Perfect snack. You can keep it cold. You can put your basket in the refrigerator. However you want to do it. That is something that we've been trying to do, is just enjoy the fruit and the fresh vegetables coming in. So, here's what we came up with. Now, if we haven't met before, I kind of plan for a month, and because I shop every other week, so I shop for 2 weeks at a time. And when I plan like I get like ideas for themes. Hang on, don't turn off yet. So what I do is an example, on Sundays, that is the day that everyone is home in our home, and so that's the day that we're going to be outside with the grill and the Blackstone. So that's kind of like a grilling out day is what I look at it. So here's what I've come up with. In July, we have 4 days, Sundays, so I need 4 ideas. So this will kind of change depending on what the sales are. Keep that in mind too as you're planning. If they put something on sales, be flexible that you can move things around. So obviously we'll do hot dogs, burgers, maybe some steaks, maybe some sausages. It depends on what is going on sale. And with the 4th of July coming up, if I can, I will buy extra things that are on sale, have it in the freezer, and we'll be ready to go for the month. So on Mondays, that is Sunday. Sundays is cooking out on the Blackstone, the grill. However, on Mondays, I decided to bring out the crock pot. It is hot. They've actually asked us not to be using our ovens right now, so I'm using the crock pot. I can put things in the crock pot, let it set, let it do its thing. It's fairly easy for me, and it keeps the temperatures down in our kitchen, our little den area, sitting area. So here's what I thought we would do. We would do some meatballs, and we can do maybe some sweet and sour meatballs. We haven't done that yet. You could do barbecue meatballs. You could just do spaghetti sauce. So with this meatballs, I can cook rice, I can cook a pasta, potatoes, or something like that on the stove that's not going to take a lot of electricity or heat the house up too much. I actually found a recipe for enchilada meatballs, and that is something new that I found. In the summertime, I'm not huge on making new recipes. I'm tired. So, but I did find that one, and I want to find that one. They seem to, my family with Tex-Mex style. So we're going to try some enchilada meatballs, and I'll probably do some maybe yellow rice or something with that, some nachos or something. We're also probably going to do a meatloaf. Did you know you can cook a meatloaf in the crock pot? Yes, you can. It turns out fine. The only thing I have to do, excuse me, just like you would put in the oven, you're going to have some of that grease. So you kind of take off a little bit of that grease. I usually try to lift it out and let it kind of drain a little bit. You can do this however. But my family likes meatloaf. They like a taco meatloaf has been very popular. Then we have the traditional. Then my husband actually found a cheeseburger meatloaf. We're going to check into that one. And of course, in the summertime, everybody loves to do the boils, the low country boils, or what I call it, the South Carolina upstate boils, the Michelle boils. And that is where I throw everything in the crock pot and I do it in that way. So what I mean by that is we'll do sausages, we'll do potatoes. And my family, they prefer green beans over corn or something like that. So I can throw everything in the crock pot, let it cook all afternoon or all day, depending on when we're going to be eating it. And they really like that. So we're going to do our boil. It's a cheap shortcut to a boil. So that is going to be for Mondays. And my goal for these days is to have enough for the next day, because Tuesdays is going to be a leftover day. I'm not cooking. They can heat things up in the microwave. Will they eat the entire 2 pounds of meatloaf? Yes, they will. But I'm going to cut it in half and I'm going to put some of it up. See, I'm thinking. I know what they'll do. And if you have grown men in your family, whether they are 13 or 30 or 60, you know, they enjoy eating their meals. It's a special. You're a great cook, so they enjoy your cooking. So again, Tuesday is leftover night. I don't cook. Wednesday, when I go to the grocery store, that is the day that I buy fresh salad stuff. Again, this is the fresh stuff. This is the basket of that ripe stuff. So I get fresh salads and things like that. We can do different proteins with it. We might have some chicken or some beef. We can do, it's like a Big Mac type salad. My family likes that. You can do Southwestern salads. You can do whatever kind of salad you want. There you go. And so we will do those twice a month. And that's the days that I get groceries because, friends, I can pick up a bag of salad and make this work. And it's easy for me. Can I get the lettuce and chop it all up? Yeah. But I don't have to. It's already done for me. The weeks that I am not at the grocery store, this is when we'll do sandwiches. So I will get the sandwich meat. I actually usually double bag it and I put it in the freezer. I can thaw that out and they can make sandwiches. So that works really well. Again, for our family, they like that. And they're not eating salads every week because, sometimes they'll complain about that. And then other times they really want it. So salads and sandwiches for Wednesday, if you come. You can welcome to have that. And again, there's always enough left over for Thursdays. So Thursdays, I don't have to cook dinner. Thursdays is usually the day that I am doing food prep or I'm getting things like that. So it's nice to not have to worry about supper. Now on Fridays, again, is easy stuff. So Friday is actually the 4th of July. So I'm planning on burgers for that. I don't have to worry about that. My husband can take care of that. I figure we're going to do something easy like a waffle bar. The waffle iron doesn't take up a lot of heat. It doesn't take up a lot of room, but I can actually make different things that you can put on the toppings. So my family likes savory as opposed to sweet. They kind of like to do both back and forth. They'll do one of each. So I will have those things set up and they can make their waffles. So we'll have a waffle bar. We'll do a loaded baked potato bar. Again, I can put the baked potatoes in the crock pot, turn that on, and if I don't want to mess with it, I can actually buy the individual wrapped ones that I can put in the microwave. Those work really well as well. So again, I'm not using our oven. That's what it's called. Isn't sent behind you. Now, the last of the month, again, is our family sit-down meal. This is our finger foods. This is our fun time. This is actually Christmas in July. So we are going to be doing more of our more traditional type, like some of those fun snacks that we would have in Christmas time. So like the little weenies, the little Little Smokies, that's what they're called. I can actually do those in the crock pot as well, so it won't take up a lot. So we'll be doing those finger fun things. Now on Saturdays, again, these are easy. These are things that I don't have to stand over a stove or heat up the kitchen. So usually on the 4th of July, we buy hash where we live. Hash is the thing to do for 4th of July. I can buy it. I can make it if I find it. It doesn't matter. A lot of times we buy it. If you let me know, what do you do in your area for 4th of July? I know some people like to barbecue. Some people like to cook out. We do hash around here. So that's a no-cook day. Then, of course, on the menu is loaded fries. I don't have to worry about that. Pizza, nachos. Pizza, I would have to use the oven, but we can actually order out pizza that night. That's okay too. So that is a no-cook night. So that is it. These are simple, easy meals using a lot of the crock pot or fresh things or easy things that I do not have to stand over a hot stove or heat it up with the oven. So if you're wondering about lunches for Preston, and also my husband, he takes some of these as well. We're doing like cold salads. So we can do the lettuce traditional salads. We'll do corn salads. We'll have Tex-Mex salads sometimes. And when I say Tex-Mex, it's got like the black beans and the corn and all of those things in there. Sometimes it's chicken salad. Sometimes it's like a Cajun style. It can be different things. And I will mix those up, pack those up for a few days depending on what they're having. And I have those ready to go. And so those are nice cold salads. You can even do like a charcuterie board or a Lunchable. I've actually made those as well. Those are easy things to have to take work. Little finger easy things just to keep everything cool. So this is what we're doing. Let me know in the comments below, what are you going to do for July? Did they give you some ideas of some things that you want to make? Or are you going to stick tried and true? Are you going to cook for your family? How are you going to do that? I will cook for my family, and you will see these again, as you've seen in some of my other videos, but we're slowing things down for the hot summer of July. So remember, friends, I love you. Most importantly, God loves you, and He loves you so much, He sent His Son for you. And we will see you next time, friends. Bye-bye.